Hey guys, welcome back. I figured since I was talking about this album in my 50-cent view, well, just hit on it briefly. I feel I would hit on this album again for its 15th anniversary today and hit on some of the bonus tracks that are out there for the album. I have already reviewed Graduation by Kanye West, but if you want to watch that video I've already done, I'll make sure I put that link in the description. Again, if you want to watch that video, I feel this is such a great album and happens to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Kanye albums. Let's go ahead and hop into it. Again, I've already had this album within the last year, so I'll briefly hit on it again while making sure I spend a little more time on some of the bonus tracks that are on this album from various versions, just like 50 Cent's studio album, Curtis. This is also Kanye's third studio album that was released 15 years ago, today on September 11th, 2007. The album has a runtime of about 51 minutes and contains 5 singles. They are Can't Tell Me Nothing, Stronger, Good Life featuring T-Pain, Flashing Lights featuring Dwell, and Homecoming featuring Chris Martin. And obviously, for the various deluxe editions out there, the runtimes are just a little bit longer than this, but I decided not to write them down for some reason. But depending on the deluxe edition you're looking at, they're all going to be varying in time length. So, just doing quick little research, I know some of these vary by country and region, so I'm not really sure how exact some of these will be, again, depending on, region and how accurate this site is. So, for iTunes and Australia, it contains one bonus track, which brings the runtime up to about 54 minutes. There's one alternative business partners bonus track, which brings that runtime up to about 55 minutes. Then, for the UK, there are 2 bonus tracks, which will bring the total up to about 59 minutes in length. There are 2 Japanese bonus tracks, which bring runtime up to about 58 minutes. France and Spotify bonus tracks. I know these 2 tracks that are here for Spotify aren't available in my country under this album, Graduation, but are included separately on an EP, I believe. But from those 2 tracks, they bring that runtime up to about 1 hour and 1 minute in length. Features on this album include T-Pain, Lil Wayne, Mos Def, Dwell, DJ Premier, and Chris Martin. Some other features include I'll Be Back and John Mayer, as they appear on some exclusive bonus tracks for different regions and services. The album was primarily produced by Kanye himself. Graduation is the end of his education-themed albums. There was going to be a 4th album, which would be Good Ass Job, but it was aborted, and 808s and Heartbreak was soon released in 2008 due to the events that happened between 2007 and 2008. Before I hop into the tracks, and quickly hit on most of them. I know this next part's gonna take a good minute, but yeah, let's just hop into some quick thoughts. I honestly feel this is an interesting album with how it was produced and worked on. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go through all of this today, but maybe I will one day in a separate video or live stream after I have, researched a little bit more rather than just looking on one website. But I did spend some time reading online background information of the album, and I kind of found it amazing and interesting. Kanye was inspired by older artists and wanted to have an open stadium sound on the album. Also wants to have somewhat of an older sound as well. I find it amazing with all the samples used on this album. This is why I enjoy Kanye as an artist. He hears part of a song he likes and turns it into something completely different from the original song, which I feel a lot of artists lack when it comes to sampling a song. I feel a ton of artists use samples in odd ways and honestly don't get the best use out of them. There are others out there where I feel they do a decent job as well, but Kanye is one of the best known artists who does sampling. Throughout, we get samples from artists like Elton John with his song Someone Saved My Life Tonight. Also, we get Jay-Z's The Ruler's Back, Daft Punk's Stronger, Michael Jackson's PYT, Pretty Young Thing, Labi Siffre's My Song, and Tupac's Ambitions as a Rider. With all that being said, let's hop into the tracks and see if there's anything different from my previous review. Kick off the album with Good Morning. I feel it's a very strong track to start off with. I love the Elton John sample used on this track. I feel it fits the track very well. I also love that instrumental, very nice, very refreshing. Lyrically, we're looking at our futures of what we're going to do and what we want to do when we get older and go through life. Champion is a decent track as well. I feel he uses the sample on this track very well. Champion samples Kid Charlemagne by Steely Dan. I feel it was a great choice, and again, a great use of the sample. Is one of my favorite tracks. I love the use of the electronics and the synths on this track. I feel it is such a revolutionary track with its sound, and push other artists to use more electronic sounds towards the end of the 2000s, early 2010s, like Lady Gaga and Flo Rida. I see both of them were referenced while doing a little bit of research, and the track on sample for this track, Stronger, was Daft Punk's Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Wonder is another track I love. I love how Labi Siffre re-recorded his vocals for the track. I Wonder samples lyrics and piano from Labi's song, My Song, and the snare from Tupac's Ambitions as a Rider. I love the drop into the first verse with the snare. I also love how Kanye changes flows in the middle of the second verse. Honestly, you don't see that a whole lot during a song, like an artist would change up their flow right in the middle of the song. Life is another decent track and has the first feature of the album. It is T-Pain. I love T-Pain on this track, and Kanye has some nice raps throughout this track. I also love the sample of Michael Jackson's PYT, Pretty Young Thing, throughout this track. I feel it was a nice touch and a nice sample. Tell Me Nothing is another track I enjoy. I love the ad-libs from Young Jeezy, and you hear them the most towards the end of the track. Barry Bonds and Drunken Hot Girls. I don't think they're horrible tracks, but at the same time, I don't feel they're the best tracks. I feel most of my problem with Barry Bonds is Lil Wayne's verse. I don't feel it's bad overall, but I feel some of the lyric choices make his features seem odd. Then for Drunken Hot Girls, I feel my problem with that track is Mos Def's whisper-like vocals until the bridge. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be like that, or if they were supposed to be mixed like that, but honestly, I feel they're kind of quiet, kind of odd through the track. After those two tracks, I feel we start coming back with some bangers. We reach Flashing Lights, which is another absolute favorite. I love the synths on the track, as well as Dwell's vocals. I also loved Kanye singing vocals for its chorus, and I'd also like to say, if you guys have seen my live streams, or at least tune into them, I have sung the song a couple of times during my live stream. Glory and Everything I Am, which features DJ Premier, are two more decent tracks that I feel are both unique in their own way. I love Chris Martin's vocals on Homecoming. I feel he was a great choice to be on the track. I also love the story of growing up in Chicago and learning to love the city where you grow up in. Brother closes out the standard edition, and I feel it's a great track to close off with. Lyrically, it's pointed at Jay-Z for being a mentor and a big help for Kanye's career getting started. Let's hop into some of the bonus tracks from many of these various deluxe editions. I believe I've heard all of them except for two, which honestly I don't know why I haven't heard them, but I guess I'll have to react to them in a stream. Anyways, let's get started with them. So, I'm starting us off with Goodnight. It is one of the few bonus tracks I've heard, and it features Mos Def and I'll Be Back. I feel Mos Def was better on this track, as you hear his voice for what it is, as he has the intro, the chorus, and the outro. I feel Kanye has a great verse, as well as I'll Be Back. I feel this track is about reminiscing on, like some of those memories from years ago, from your childhood. Think about people you may never see again, and this is actually quite the opposite of Good Morning, where you're looking into the future, looking to see what you want to do, whereas here, again on Good Night, you're looking back on all these memories, remembering people you never got a chance to say bye to, or, talk to more, or, even hang out with more, and you just have all these memories of everyone going through your mind, wishing, you could go back in time, and, as Kanye says in this track, stop time like a photograph. Tell Me Nothing remix is actually decent, and we get a verse from Young Jeezy. I feel he has a pretty great verse here, and it is first verse on this remix. The last track I've heard is Bittersweet Symphony, which features John Mayer. I feel John has decent vocals, and Kanye has some decent delivery. I haven't heard either remix of Stronger, so those tracks will be the odd ones out. As I was saying a couple minutes ago, I'll have to try and react to those tracks on one of my live streams. I probably have already done it this past Friday, but if not, I'll try and do it this upcoming Friday. Try and do that in one of my live streams, that, are close to this anniversary day. My favorite tracks are Good Morning, Stronger, I Wonder, Good Life featuring T-Pain, Flashing Lights featuring Dwell, Homecoming featuring Chris Martin, Big Brother, Good Night featuring Mos Def and I'll Be Back, and Bittersweet Symphony featuring John Mayer. I'll be giving this album a 4.5 out of 5. I feel it's a solid album. 15 years later, but I have to reduct half point for Barry Bonds and Drunken Hot Girls. Again, I feel they're great tracks in their own ways, but again, I do have my reasons for why I dislike these two tracks in, their own ways. I hope you guys enjoyed this surprise video. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. And on Friday, I'll be looking at The Truth About Love by Pink.